Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is episode 17 of our Kingdom Hearts 1.5 for the PS4 playthrough. I'm very excited to be inside of Aladdin's pad. It's a great place.
I love what you've done with the place, Aladdin.
Yeah, very rustic. Yeah.
You might say that.
So, quick question. After hearing about Jafar searching for the keyhole of the world or whatever, did anyone else just, go into Aladdin's room, push the bookcase aside, and see that keyhole and just be like, oh, there it is. That was easy. Just chilling in Aladdin's room. The keyhole to the whole world.
I was here the whole time.
I just witnessed Trey let some money despawn right in front of him by standing
just to
still.
taunt Aladdin.
And I'm vexed.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Ha, you're poor.
Aladdin has a very powerful posture.
Yeah.
Just pelvis forward, arms out.
He's the charismatic bravado thief.
Yeah.
That's
I
his
get the
class
feeling that
designation.
your roommate wanted something from you or something while you were recording this, Frog.
Maybe
Because
my
that's-
nose itched.
I know I said last time I wasn't going to complain, but I have to bring up this one thing. So in the previous episode, they had the cutscene where Aladdin did the whole, I'm in love with the princess, but she can never fall for a street rat like me. And it's in the movie, that makes sense, because they show him being, cast out by society. But in the game, it's just oh, he's just this cool treasure hunting dude with a genie friend. It's
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
you look like Tom Cruise, dude. You could
But
I
he
think you're
doesn't
gonna be
wear
fine.
a shirt.
Well, see,
Also-
that's the conundrum of Kingdom Hearts world stories is that they simultaneously, they can't at all compete with the stories of the movies and kind of depend on you
Having
not
seen the
comparing
movie?
them to the movie stories. But at the same time, they also require you to have seen the movies for context.
Yeah.
To make things make sense.
But if you
May I
have seen
point
the
you
movie,
to
then
the-
it's just gonna be oh, it's the part where he said street rat. It's the part where he lets the genie go. Devoid of and I'll have some more thoughts when he actually releases the genie in this game, because it has a very different connotation here than it does in the
Spoilers.
movie.
Lightsabers.
It's Aladdin, dude.
AT-STs.
May I point you to
TIE fighters.
the Tron world in Kingdom Hearts 2, because it
Knows
is
what you're doing,
the complete antithesis of literally everything you just said.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying every Kingdom Hearts world is like this. Some of them are kind of interesting, but the ones that follow this formula just don't do it for me.
Watching the movie will, if anything, make you more confused about the
Yeah.
Tron world.
Yeah, Tron World actually made more sense of Tron than the movie did.
Where's young Jeff Bridges? I'm confused.
He's in the background
So-
somewhere.
The goal here is we're wandering around Agrabah, and I think we're supposed to get back to the Cave of Wonders, but we gotta fight a boss or a mini boss first, and I'm lost.
Yeah. Well, we gotta rescue
Act-
Jasmine first.
For there only being
Gotta
being
go back
five.
to Tarzan World and save more apes.
When in doubt, save apes.
Kerchak, I
Save
need you to
apes.
throw me over the walls of the palace.
It's like
Don't tell
the
the duck.
Colosseum in the game, but the worst timeline version of that idea, where you just have to keep going back to Tarzan World to save apes randomly.
Can you imagine if this hypothetical game had the Sheikah Stone from Ocarina of Time 3D or Skyward Sword, where you get stuck and you go there for a hint, and it's just why is it showing me footage of the Tarzan world again? Haven't we done this already?
Funny.
No, you must rescue more
here.
apes.
Save ape.
So I did that thing where I accidentally go in and out the same door 3 times. Because the way they spawn you in, when you come in, makes it to where the direction you're pointing points you backwards. So
I
you're
hate when
stuck in an
games do that.
infinite... Yeah, you're stuck in an infinite loop of going on in and out the same door.
Especially if it's games that they have a fixed camera type deal, and you exit out of something and then you start out with the direction that you were holding during the load zone being pointing back to where you came.
Did you guys know that Tarzan's real
Whoa,
name
that's a big one.
is Lord Greystoke?
Now I do.
Well, he is a lord, and his last name is Greystoke.
Is
His
that him
parents
right
were
there?
Greystokes.
Lord Greystone?
This
is Tarzan's true form.
Grayskull.
So
His
he
name
was
is Lord Castle Grayskull.
So he is somebody back in England?
Yes, his
Your health is
father's
going down fast.
his father's name is Clayton Greystoke, I think. In
Clayton?
the Clayton, yes.
Makes
Which
a
may be
gunshot
where
noise.
the Disney movie got the name Clayton from. I have no idea. I haven't read the. Who wrote Tarzan? It was one of H.P. Lovecraft's racist friends. God, I can't remember his name.
Well, if the
So it didn't have an
Edgar Rice
opportunity.
Burroughs.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was
that's it.
Burroughs.
If there's one thing I've learned from Monster Madness, it's that whenever they're turning a well-known work of literature into a movie, but they don't want to adapt it like quite one-to-one, they'll just take like the names of the characters and just switch them around for no reason at all. Like in the original Frankenstein novel, the scientist's name was Victor Frankenstein, but in the movie they named him Henry after like his best friend from the book, and like vice versa.
Oh, that's
So
weird.
sometimes they just like switch the names around. Like, for example, did you know that in the original Frankenstein novel, Frankenstein is actually the scientist?
For example,
be that
did you
guy,
know?
man.
Did you know that in the original Frankenstein novel, Frankenstein's name was actually Vega, and Adam Frankenstein's name was Balrog?
You don't say.
I don't know if that checks out.
By the way, Frankenstein's monster's name is Adam Frankenstein, in case you were
Is it
unaware.
really?
Yeah.
Why is his,
Huh,
is his
Adam.
name Adam?
Frankensandler.
Like Adam and Eve?
Yeah,
That kinda
Adam,
Adam?
No,
the
like
first
Prince
man
Adam
in
when he held aloft his
Frankenstein.
magic sword.
Said, by the power of Greystoke, I am Tarzan.
The Tarzan and Frankenstein are now the same person.
And somehow this brings us all back to Aladdin.
Yes.
What a nifty little tie-in.
He didn't say wish, so it doesn't count.
One wish left. You're making this
He didn't say wish.
Yeah, he didn't say anything about wishing.
Jeannie,
He
you
just
haven't rescued her
telepathically
yet.
communicated with Genie.
Oh, snap.
Wow.
Well, you know, we're not going to show him grabbing the lamp or anything.
Next on the just showcase of incompetence from Aladdin.
Yeah, everyone
God,
in this
it's-
version is just a moron.
So that was
Yes.
so this is sort of like the Indiana Jones scene where was it Marion
Yeah.
who got put in the. What if Aladdin had just pulled out a gun and shot himself?
Yeah, he wasn't feeling that well that day. He didn't want to do the fight scene. It's fine.
He had
So-
food poisoning.
This is Pot Centipede. He's actually a really easy boss.
Although I feel like
See, I
the
had
more
trouble
likely
with this
scenario
guy.
would be Donald pulls out the gun.
Yeah. If one such as you, Donald, tries to kill Jafar.
You're supposed to separate the pots from the head and tail and then attack the pots.
Oh, okay. See, that was my problem, is I just went in guns blazing, attacking the head. Just like, why do I keep
But-
dying?
Yeah. This is one of the weird boss fights because it combines the three areas you've been dancing
Yeah.
between the whole time.
Yeah, this
into one big
confused me.
arena.
Like,
Yeah.
there's got to be something here that they're not rendering to, like, facilitate this. But it's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
unless it was literally just a level design contrivance, if you can load all three of these or all four of these areas even at the same time, why does there have to be a load screen in between them?
I
don't know.
think so. If I had to guess, I would say it's because it's easier to program triggers on room changes. So, like, going into a different room, it's easier to make going into a different room trigger a cutscene than just, like, walking through a door.
I suppose.
That actually kind of makes sense.
Because if you're gonna have a loading screen every time you walk through the door, then you have time to load the cutscene.
That's a good point.
ironically said immediately after we had a cutscene that triggered not when we entered the room, but
Yeah.
slightly after we entered the room.
We had
Yeah.
to drop down into the arena.
They don't even have to drop down. You just have to like take a step forward.
So I don't know what the name of this theme is, but I really, really like it.
What is it? One moment, Trey. I'll be right back.
Jasmine! I forget. Did Steve from Full House voice Aladdin in this game, or did they get double?
Yes.
I think they got the original guy, didn't they?
Yeah, the original Steve from Full House.
Well, the
Pretty
original
sure.
Aladdin. I know it's the original Jasmine.
Yeah, the original Aladdin, if you couldn't tell from my saying it 3 times, was voiced by DJ's boyfriend Steve from Full House.
Alright, after some
know how many
brief
years-
sleuthing, I can confirm that the name of that boss track is Shrouding Dark Cloud.
Yeah, it's a good track. Thank you for your Google Foo.
You're welcome.
Teach me your ways, master.
Well, you gotta go on Google. Type in the thing.
You go on Google and you type in "foo." Bish bash bosh, you're done.
Would that bring me to the really weird fighter from Battle Arena Toshinden, who was an old man who had Wolverine claws?
It would probably bring you to Fu Manchu, the character from all the
Are you talking about
Yellow
Logan?
Scare.
Just old man Logan. Nah, man. You know what? I'm gonna put a picture of him in the final video. Oh yeah.
Oh boy, I love that I can see that picture you just put up. Oh yeah, I recognize that guy.
So this is the introduction of the Cave of Wonders tiger, and also the return of the contrast filter.
I'm
Yay.
gonna
Which
take
I
a moment to
still
brag
love.
here. I actually met the guy who modeled the Cave of Wonders head. He was visiting my
Oh.
college when I was a freshman.
Oh yeah, I think I met him too.
Yeah, they contracted him to make like a reference model for this thing, but and he didn't know it at the time. But they ended up just scanning the model he made and using it in the movie. And then subsequently
Not
he
to
did
brag or
maquettes
anything.
for a bunch of Disney. Well, you know, it's
Not
not
to
it's
brag
not
anything,
often.
but yeah, I met the Cave of Wonders.
Well,
No big deal.
to balance it out a little bit, I got to ask him a question, and he sounded like he thought it was kind of dumb.
When are
And he
we,
probably
What was your
wasn't
question?
wrong.
Do you remember?
I think it was something about like, how do you design good characters? I don't know.
My question is, when are we gonna
Did you
get
use a real tiger head for the Cave of Wonders?
When are
Did
we
you
gonna get
cover
a
it in
game where I
clay?
get to brag about meeting Genndy Tartakovsky?
You can do that right now.
When
That's
we
when
play
we
the
play
Samurai Jack game for
nonsense.
PS2.
Yeah. We should
But
play
for
that
real.
as like an April Fool's joke someday.
Get me
Well,
in
we
on
can't
the
now
Metal
because
Gear.
you've spoiled it.
Yeah. No one's
Why don't
gonna
you just
watch
jump
these
off
episodes.
the guy's head?
But,
Is anyone actually gonna watch this?
Get me in for the Metal Gear playthroughs that have Vamp in them, so I can brag about that time I got Phil Lamar's autograph.
See, voiced Vamp?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Phil Lamar.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We'll have to play Metal Gear Solid 4 and then bring Nick in for only the scenes where Vamp is on screen.
We'll have to play 4 and 2.
I mean, I will play 2. I have it right next to me.
So I like this fight because this is another like large creature fight where you can just climb up the sides of it if you're good enough. Which
If you're good enough, I think
not.
if you mean the game isn't so picky that it doesn't allow you to climb up the sides.
yeah, because like you can definitely climb up the tiger sideburns. Like
Just
well, like you
mutton
said,
chops.
like yeah. Sometimes
like
it
that
just
one
won't let you
Colossus.
climb them.
Yeah. I was gonna say, this is what Shadow of the Colossus would have looked like if it was made in 2002.
This is bargain bin Shadow of the
Not very
Colossus.
good.
It's
is
like
the-
a Chinese bootleg Shadow of the Colossus.
This is
where it's
shovelware
like
Shadow of the
Tiger
Colossus.
head from Aladdin.
we took Shadow of the Colossus, but we also stole an asset from Aladdin.
Yeah.
That's just the Cave of Wonders head.
This is Shadow of the Colossus, the Unity
And a
game.
kid from Final Fantasy.
Its knockoff title is just
Mashed them together.
Shade of Giant. Oh hey, more HP.
Jaguar's
Yeah.
Darkness.
God, I got a really pretty arc on that one. I'm really proud of
Yeah.
it. Gotta do the happy dance.
Noise?
Now what do we do after we defeat our enemies?
We go
Just
down there.
force ourselves down their throat.
Well, no, the tiger head's like, thank you for freeing me. As your reward, get inside my mouth.
As your reward, it is time for the Vor Corner.
You have to get
Feel
you have
free
to
to
get
use
Donald
my
to shoot.
uvula as a punching bag. Rapida, 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 rapida.
You have to get Donald to shoot eggs into his mouth, and he goes, "Thank you."
Wait, this isn't Banjo yet.
You have touched
In the
the
thumbnail.
forbidden kidney.
But please, play in the spleen all you wish.
Is he just a tiger head, or is there a giant sand tiger underneath the sand? Is he like a Diglett? I don't know, who cares? Anyway, so here we get into the more dungeon-like area of Agrabah. And this, to me, is where the level just completely starts to fall apart. Like, this...
You don't...
Like, it looks cool. I'll grant you that. Like, this area and, like, the underground caves look good. But, like... I don't know who thought it would be a good idea to have, like, yeah, let's have a basement that you can fall into that's, like, 4 identical-looking rooms with really similar
Oh, yeah.
names. Yeah, case in
Oh,
point, here we
Speaking
go.
of,
How well timed.
Yep.
So, one of the other Kingdom Hearts games that has Agrabah in it, I remember really liking the Agrabah world, but I can't for the life of me remember which one it was.
Was it 2?
It had, well, it had a bunch of nifty puzzles in it that involved pillars and such.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's 2.
Well, 2
Well,
had all these
there's
like
8
crazy mini games you had to do, but like at least there was no problem like finding your way in that version.
Well, says you.
Well,
Sorry,
yeah,
Nick, I tend to forget these things.
Instead of these monkeys melting the entire palace, these monkey statues actually help you.
So is the Cave of Wonders head just like cool with this? It's like,
Yeah, you freed him
I will
from
let
the
you
darkness
inside
within.
me for the greater good.
The great.
Well, I feel like-
you know what? You bested me fair and square. I guess I'll let you crawl around in my mouth.
yeah. Well, like he's
It's only
basically
fair.
he's infested with darkness, so you gotta
It's the Great Deku Tree.
Yeah.
yeah. The
Come
great-
on
the great
down to
Deku
Sora's
Tiger.
darkness control.
So when we beat the Cave of Wonders, we're gonna go back out the mouth, and then the Cave of Wonders head is just gonna like wither and dry up.
But he's gonna
yeah.
hack out like a little baby.
Hack out a small tiger head.
Navi, I entreat thee, please protect Sora from himself.
Yeah, we
From
got the.
Nomura.
We didn't see it, but Aladdin saw it. The opening cutscene where we got a first-person little run-through with Abu running around trying to find Aladdin.
Yeah. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Aladdin,
way back
did you
machine.
know that you can lock on?
Oh god. So yeah, like you said, there's endless pits on either side of this very, very narrow passageway.
Yeah.
And there's these boulders that'll just knock you into it.
This boulder.
Also, how kind of them to bring back the flying enemies for this part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
They
nice
knew what they were doing.
Just hit him with magic. Thunder him to death.
I tried to use
Just
Sonic
send a
Blade
boo
on
at
him.
Abu's like your last resort.
He's the Mickey of this game, coming to save you when you need it most.
He just like attaches himself to the Heartless's face and starts like ripping it off.
Yeah.
He starts just like howling and tearing its face off.
The beast
That's
within.
That's like the Diddy Kong strategy in Smash 4 and beyond.
Rise from your.
Yeah, where you press the side B button to just let out an ear-splitting screech and just tear someone's face off and eat it.
I mean, he does attach himself to their face and punch them to death.
And then the monkey ate my face.
What's that story of the lady who gave her pet monkey Xanax and that actually happened?
Okay, that's a real world tragedy.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but also
well,
don't give your pet Xanax.
It's very common for orangutans to like rip
It's
off
a
people's
real world
limbs.
tragedy that we can all learn from.
basically don't pal around with orangutans.
Yeah, the Jungle
They'll
Book was very
willingly-
inaccurate in that regard.
Well, I mean, if he had ripped off the man cub's
At,
limbs,
at
how
no
could
point
he
did
have gotten the
Christopher
secret to
Walken
man's
rip
red
Mowgli
flower?
limb from limb.
What I desire is man's red fire.
Wow.
Why did they get Christopher Walken?
I don't know.
Because he
I wonder-
wants to be a man. Man
Is
cub.
he on Cameo?
I don't think so. And if he was, I would not be surprised if he charged more than Billy Zane.
How much is Billy Zane again?
$500.
God.
Can anyone in the comments tell me why Billy Zane thinks he can get away with charging $500 on Cameo?
Good
and
idea,
why
Nick.
people
That'll drive
pay
up
him?
the engagement.
Like, was his character in Titanic really that impactful? I don't even
Was he
remember his
the-
name.
Was he the rich boyfriend?
Yeah.
He has
the
a
one that
habit
she-
of playing rich boyfriends. He played one in Twin Peaks, too.
Oh wow, he was in Twin Peaks.
Yeah, for like 4 episodes in season 2, I want to say.
That is one thing I have yet to like binge. I've heard it's a wild ride.
Isn't the
I also-
first season like really good and then it goes to crap?
Well, it depends on who you ask. I love the second season, and the third season, we're not going to make this a Twin Peaks episode, but I will say that the third season was too much David Lynch and not enough... Oh, God, who was his I want to say Nick Frost, but that's not right. Nick Frost is the guy who works with Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright. But anyway, yeah, too much Lynch, not enough the other guy in season 3 for me. Whereas season 2, a lot of people have the opposite problem. It was too much of the other guy and not enough Lynch. Though I really like the more grounded stuff that the other guy does, so I liked season 2.
Alright, I kind of agree with you now that like a lot of these rooms kind of look the same. Now that I'm not actually playing it, because it's different when you're playing it and like trying to survive.
Well, because there is something to be said for just kind of like plugging away at like enemies like that, you know, just enjoying the spectacle and the satisfying nature of the combat, even if you're not really doing much. But like, I don't know, I just feel I've said my piece on this level. Oh
Yeah.
Well, and also to expedite things for anybody who is, God forbid, using our videos as walkthrough. If you want to
First
make
off,
this,
don't.
yeah. But second of all, if you're still here,
Wow. You're really gonna do your boy Aladdin dirty like
betray
that?
Aladdin.
I already did-
Third of all, if you want to get through this as quickly as possible, you got to go to one of the underground rooms. I think it's the hidden room. I know that's very helpful, but
Nice.
you go there. There's a pillar you have to whack with your keyblade, and once
Nice.
you do that, it'll make the pillar go away from the treasure room that allows you to go and
Yeah.
fight the boss.
You must follow the wisdom of "Oh brother, where art thou?" Do not seek the treasure.
Trey, please tell me at some point during this playthrough you make Sora swim up the waterfall like a salmon.
It may happen very
Or like
soon.
a
That's the
toad.
pillar.
That's it. But I don't know how to get there. I'm surprised you can't just whack it with your keyblade. You know what this
No, you
reminds me
can
of?
with your keyblade. See?
Oh.
I'm surprised you can't just whack it with your keyblade, he says right before whacking it with his keyblade.
Okay, it's been like 2 months since I played this.
Well, you can't just whack it. You have to jump to it first.
I thought it was going to be a puzzle that you had to throw the monkey at.
Genie is sad.
My first wish, Genie. Show me the
Honestly, this is way more cool than Aladdin's wishes.
Show him the keyhole?
Like, you don't
Alright.
have to show him where it is. You can just show him a picture.
You just point towards it.
You have the power to monkey's paw.
He's a good genie, though. He's like a good person.
Aw.
But he's allowed to monkey's paw.
That's his real curse.
He's
So what
he
if
doesn't know how to
instead
say
of-
no.
What if instead of wish 1, Genie show me the keyhole? How about wish 1, Genie just do whatever I plan to do with the keyhole and get it over with.
Yeah.
Genie, put
God, I
put
just
some just
remembered
like
what
dark goop in the keyhole.
I just remembered
Damn.
what Jafar's third wish is. Oh my god. This
Jafar
game.
Jafar is a villain.
Jafar's third wish is to return in Aladdin 2: Return of Jafar.
Jafar's
Genie,
third
for
wish.
my third wish, I want a direct-to-video sequel.
For my third and final wish, write me an Onion article.
What?
Oh my god.
We regret to inform you, but it is Jafar.
Has
Well,
anybody ever
speaking
seen the YouTube video with the title "The Return of Jafar hyphen Jafar Returns"? And it's just the scene where he returns.
You'd be surprised what you could live through.
Oh my god.
Nick,
I
context.
forgot. We had to watch that movie because
did.
when we were playing Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 in college, we told ourselves we had to watch every movie that you went to a world of.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the Aladdin level in the second game is based off of Return of Jafar.
Oh my god.
So that was fun. Almost as fun as part 18 of.
Yeah, almost as
maybe-
fun as joining us for the next episode.
Yeah.
See you then.
We'll see you.